Let us see the next topic, very simple topic, and you might have seen some important areas that particular topic in your lower classes, or it may be 8th or 9th or 10th standard. The topic is very simple: classification of elements and periodicity in properties. And for competitive examination, we can find one or two questions in almost all variety examinations. So first we go with the classification of element, historic development for the making of a periodic table. After that, important periodicity properties present, and it is used in order to find out the nature of elements and in the periodic table. There are 118 elements are there so far in our side. To study some basic properties with respect to those elements, or to compare the properties between the two elements, or in other words we can say to study some important chemical properties. What happened if you observe from one element to the another element, or as a result for the physical and chemical property to study and to know some basic information regarding or basic comparison between the element. Periodic classification is more important. It is very difficult to remember the chemical as well as physical nature of individual atoms or individual element. So as a result, to study these properties, similar properties, we need one proper arrangement of that element, and for the proper arrangement of element, many scientists are working for making a particular table. And that arrangement of elements in case of a table form is nothing but periodic classification, or you can say periodic table. So for easy study purpose, we go with the periodic table. Let us see first classification of element, or we can say genesis or historical development, earlier attempt to classify the element. There are different attempts made by the different scientists, but in the olden days only few elements are discovered. Only few elements are there in their hand. As a result, only few table or you can say arrangement there made. But as the days goes, as the year goes, more and more elements are discovered. Then they find some problems. As a result, historic development, or we can say genesis or earlier attempt, more number is observed rather than one. So many scientists are working in order to give a proper arrangement or a table for those elements present in those particular years. The first attempt that is made by Dauvergne triads. So I will go with this Dauvergne triads. So in 1829 he put forward the arrangement of elements in the form of one small table. And in his time only few elements are there. And in that time, atomic mass of elements are already discovered, calculated. Atomic mass of element. What he did is, he collected three elements. Triad nothing but a set of three elements. And with respect to these three elements, he find the atomic mass. Okay, so in Dauvergne triad, elements are arranged as a set of triad that include three elements. And using atomic mass, he arranged these three elements. So let us see example. We have lithium, sodium and potassium. This is the one of the example for triad, or a Dauvergne triad. Next, chlorine, bromine and iodine. Next, phosphorus, arsenic and antimony. So here it is observed that what method he adopted is, he find atomic mass of first element and the last element in that triad. So it is observed that atomic masses of lithium is found to be 7 and that of potassium is found to be 39. Okay, and he added the atomic mass of first and last element, and he take average value. Okay, so he take average value. So 7 plus 39 divided by 2, and we find it is 23. So he says that sum of atomic mass or average atomic mass of first and third element is exactly equal to the atomic mass of middle element. 7 plus 39 divided by 2 is exactly equal to 23. So this 23 is the atomic mass of the middle element. If that will follow, then those three elements considered as a triads. Okay, for a triad, what he adopted is just atomic mass. Sum of atomic mass of first and last element, and their average value is exactly equal to the atomic mass of middle element. Similarly, chlorine 35.5 for the chlorine, and then atomic mass of triad. It is going to be 127 for iodine divided by 80 average value. And after finding, how much you find? You get 80. And that 80 is exactly equal to atomic mass for the bromine. So some average atomic mass of first and last element is exactly equal to middle element. Similarly, for phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, 31 plus 123 divided by 2 is exactly equal to that of arsenic, that is 75. So 31 plus 123, that is divided by 2, is exactly equal to 75, and this value matches to the arsenic. As is that these three elements comes under category called a triad. So, according to Drobel triad, atomic mass is considered. It consists of a set of elements. How many? 3 elements are there. A set of 3 elements. Sum of atomic mass of first and average of atomic mass of first and last element is exactly equal to middle element. But he succeeded only for only few set of triads. Later, as the more and more elements are discovered, he didn't find a triad. That means 3 elements, their average atomic mass, none of them is matches with the middle element. As well as that arrangement or that attempt is failed. But that is one of the method, or it is a historic development attempt for the periodic classification. That is happened in 1829. But next, once this is failed, another one put forward, that is by Newlands. So in the form of law of octaves, that is in 1864. So in 1864, Newland is the name of the scientist. He put forward his idea regarding arrangement of elements in the form of law of octaves. So here a collection of 3 elements, okay, and in that average atomic mass of first last is equal to the middle value. But he selected same atomic weight value, and he arranged, elements are arranged in the increasing order of atomic weight. Just he used the atomic weight value, because in their time only atomic value, atomic weight for element is measured, okay, rather than any other value. And all are thinking with respect to the atomic weight value only. And he arranged the atomic elements in present in his time in the increasing order of their atomic weight. But one method he followed. What is that? So he arranged that it is a collection of 7 elements. Collection of a 7 element. Here is collection of a 7 element. So every 8th element shows, after goes on write the 7 element, and the 8th element follows the similar properties to that of first element. What happened is, while arranging, he observed for every 8th element their property is similar to the first element, and every 9th element their property is similar to the second element, and 10th element their property is similar to the third element, or you can say the third element. So as a result, after successive interval of 8 or 7, the 8th one shows similar properties with respect to the first one. 9th shows similar property with respect to the second one. Similarly, 10th shows with respect to third, 11th shows with respect to fourth, like that it will go. So he used this techniques in order to fulfill. And the inspiration for that, like a musical tone, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, then sa comes. So sa, first one, after that last one sa comes, that is the again similar to that of first. So using a musical note tones, he adopted this arrangement. Now let us go with some example. The first one is lithium, and he took the first element. So whatever the number it is written is not atomic number, atomic weight. That is just to count the property is similar to first, ninth, second, like that. To count the nature of the, or you can say similarities, properties with respect to element. The first element is lithium, here written. Second element is beryllium. Third one is boron. Fourth one carbon. Fifth one is nitrogen. Sixth one oxygen. Seventh one is fluorine. Next, 8th comes actually sodium. That should be written here. But the properties of sodium, 8th element, is similar to that of properties of first element. That is why that sodium 8th element is written below that of lithium. Sodium follows the chemical and physical properties similar to that of lithium. Similarly, next comes the 9th magnesium, and that is shows similar properties that of beryllium. Then 10th element, it is arranged as aluminium. Their property similar to boron. The 11th element is silicon, their property similar to the carbon. Then 12th element is phosphorus, their acid property similar to that of 5th element, nitrogen. Then 13th element is sulfur, their property similar to that of 6th element, oxygen. 14th chlorine, their property similar to that of fluorine. Next comes the 15th element, that 15th element is potassium. But the potassium shows similar properties to that of 1st element or 8th element. Okay, and then calcium is the 16th element, their property similar to that of 2nd element or 9th element. That means we find one group arrangement. So these elements, element number 1, element number 8, element number 15 shows the similar physical and chemical property. Similarly 2nd, 9th, 16, like that it will go. So after 7th, 8th shows similar properties to that of previous one. So in the form of a musical note we observe. But the drawback is it is applicable up to calcium only, up to here only. With atomic weight found to be 40, calcium atomic weight is first 40. But later more elements are observed and their properties that is not comes under any one of these. So especially for lanthanides or some of the D-block element, iron will not find place here. Similarly hydrogen, that is no places in this case. As there are some drawbacks observed later on, as there this theory or you can say attempt for the periodic arrangement is failed. And let us see the third one is Lothar-Meyer's atomic volume curve. Lothar-Meyer's atomic volume curve. And this is observed in 1869. So here it is a plot of atomic volume versus atomic mass. It is a plot of atomic volume versus atomic mass. So atomic volume value taken along the y-axis and atomic mass value taken along x-axis. So this is purely based on a graphical representation. So using in terms of a graph where it is explained. So here we find different peaks and cracks like that in graph. So in this case, peak of that average graph, peak point tells about lithium, sodium, potassium, that is alkali metal. All alkali metal like the lithium, sodium, potassium that will go to the peak point. And in the descending series, middle point of the descending, this is the middle point of the descending, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, like alkaline earth metals. Middle point of the descending graph, descending plot or descending region where alkaline earth metals. And here to the lithium, here it is also that helium, neon, and then argon. It means in the ascending point, midpoint, or you can say near the top alkaline metal, noble gases one can find, helium, neon, and argon. Slightly below the noble gas in the ascending point, okay, slightly below the noble gas in the ascending point, you find the presence of halogens. As a result, alkali metal, alkaline earth metal, and then the noble gases, halogens, their position one can find in the form of graph. And every that is crushed part by a lower position. So that tells for D-block element, that is transition metal like scandium, titanium, iron, cobalt, nickel, even gold, silver, all those comes under zinc also comes under category for transition element or you can say is a D-block element. So all these D-block element occupies the lower position. So this is one new way of explaining the position of elements or we can say arrangement of element in the form of a graph. It is our graphical approach. Now let us explain this with one small graph, easy to remember. Let us go with the y-axis atomic volume values taken, atomic volume value, and along the x-axis atomic mass values are taken, atomic mass values are taken. Okay. So if you look at the graph, if you take one particular region, you find this type of a graph. Okay. This type of a graph like that. And every peak tells for the position of alkali metal, tells about the alkali metal, maybe lithium, sodium, potassium, lithium, sodium, potassium, barium, then cesium, alkali metal. And here is the position for d block element, or we can say transition metal. This is the position for transition metal. This is d block elements like scandium, titanium, after that iron, then cobalt, like that. Elements one can find. And the midpoint of the descending, this is descending, where we find the presence of a halogens, presence of an alkaline earth metal, presence of alkaline earth metal. So that is beryllium, then magnesium, then calcium, strontium, barium. All these comes under for alkaline earth metal. And here the position observed for noble gas. This is the position for noble gas. This is for noble gases like helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon. Okay, all these are noble gases. Of course, one more is there, radon. That is the radioactive oxide. Next comes midpoint or below the noble gas. This is the place for halogen. Place for halogen. Symbolic representation X, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and so like that. With one small sample or a peak or one small portion of that entire graph, it's possible to find peak point alkali metal, middle point of the descending alkali metal, lowest point depends about for d block element or transition element location, and here it is for noble gases. Ascending midpoint noble gas, slightly below the noble gas, that is the position for halogen. Like that, a new approach observed for the arrangement in case of a Lothar-Meyer curve. Let us see the fourth attempt for the periodic classification of elements, that is Mendeleev's periodic table. And in his time, his time 63 elements were discovered. That is the maximum element in his time. And he arranged all these 63 elements with respect to increasing order of their atomic weight. He also took atomic weight value for a particular element. He arranged all these elements with respect to increasing order of atomic weight. Okay. And he find some table arrangement in that 7 horizontal rows he made, and those 7 horizontal rows he named as a period. Like period number 1, 2, 3, 4 up to it is 7. Then he also made totally 8 vertical columns, and those 8 vertical columns he called it as a groups. As there is no one word, a new term that should be rammed, and that is introduced by Mendeleev in his periodic table. Period, other one is the groups. Period means horizontal representation, horizontal arrangement. Groups nothing but vertical representation, okay, or a column form arrangement. And he also gives the symbol, or you can say number for the different groups. For a period 1 to 3 for up to 7, no problem. That tells about the, in modern concept, the principal quantum number or a shell number, shell 1, shell 2 up to shell 7. But for the group, he introduced numerals, that is Roman letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. Okay, totally 8 vertical column. He introduced in terms of he symbolized in terms of a Roman letter 1 to Roman letter it is 8. And he also further divided, because 63 elements are there. Further he divided based on their property as AB. So AB is the subdivision of that particular groups. Okay. So if element present in the group number 1, and he divided further as group number 1A, group number 1B. So AB is the subdivision. So in case of a group number 1, 1A, 1B is there. In case of group number 2, 2A, 2B present. Group number 3, 3A and 3B present. Group number 4, 4A, 4B. Group number 5, 5A, 5B. 6, 6A, 6B. Then 7, 7A, 7B. But 8 not there. No subdivision for the 8. So point to be noted. So in Mendeleev's periodic table, there is no subdivision of a group, and that group goes to, that is 8th group. So in group number 8, there is any further division. As a result, if you find total number of column, it is going to be 8, but if it is subdivided, so here it is up to 7 into 2, nothing but 14 plus 1, 15, that columns normally one can find, but he didn't mention the 15 column, he mentioned it as totally 8 vertical columns one can find at the arrangement of zone. Later, some noble gases are introduced. Ramsay finds some noble gases, but their position is not mentioned in his, or you can say, Mendeleev's periodic table. And he introduced a new group to the Mendeleev's periodic table, that is group number 0, and that include all noble gases. As a result, group 1 to group 8, then 0 groups comes. Okay, 0 group come, and that 0 group elements are called as a noble gases: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon. As a result, point to be noted: 0 group element. Which of the following is 0 group element? If it is asked in the competitive exam, noble gases are also considered as a 0 group element. That name introduced by Ramsay, and that is the next version of this Mendeleev's periodic table. So, first time groups and period that is introduced by Mendeleev's periodic table. But one drawback observed in this time. What is that? He already arranged everything, but few elements. Let us say these 3: gallium and germanium, scandium. Few elements. Their properties, everything is discovered. Their number of electron present, proton number, everything, their physical and chemical properties studied. But symbol and name is not given. But he is ready for announcing his periodic table. And what he planned is, for those elements, he kept empty space, okay, as a gap, and to that gap, he introduced one particular name called Eka. Eka means next to. Okay, so the 3 elements, their discovery, property, identification, everything is done, but the symbol and name of that element is not given. And he given his name to those elements. And for gallium, he named as Eka aluminium. So Eka aluminium is the name given by the Mendeleev for gallium. Similarly, for germanium, Eka silicon, and for scandium, Eka boron. As that in Mendeleev's periodic table, gallium, germanium, scandium name and symbol is not there. Instead of that, Eka aluminium, Eka silicon, Eka boron is there. As that point to be noted, in Mendeleev's periodic table, according to Mendeleev's periodic table, Eka aluminium nothing but gallium, Eka silicon nothing but germanium, Eka boron nothing but scandium. Actually, aluminium, next to aluminium we find germanium, next to silicon, next to aluminium we find gallium, next to silicon germanium, next to boron scandium. In the modern periodic table you can find it. So that Eka stands for next to. So this is the one point to be noted, the most important part. So the three gaps that is given in this periodic table. For example, and this theory, of course, around 80 to 90% this is satisfied by the scientists for the elements arrangement. But some drawback one can find. The basic drawbacks one can observe. That is the demerits, especially hydrogen. So their position in the periodic table is not observed. So this table failed to show the proper position for element in the periodic table. That is the first drawback. Because hydrogen shows property similar to alkali metal like sodium, and also shows property similar to noble gas like chlorine. So that is the one ambiguity observed. As a result, he didn't mention in his periodic table. And second one is, if an element present, it shows different isotopes. Atomic number is same, but mass number is different. For example, hydrogen, 3 isotopes are there. Hydrogen, proton, H1 proton, H2 deuterium, H3 tritium. Their position in the periodic table is not found, because periodic table is put forward based on atomic weight value. So for isotope, atomic weight or atomic mass are different. As a result, their arrangement in the periodic table is failed. So as a result, isotopes did not find place in this periodic table. Next, it also fails about the variable balancing. If you go for a D block element, a metal with more than one oxidation state present. For example, if you go for iron present in 2 different oxidation states. Some of them are present in +2, other one is +3. But if you go for stability, +3 more stable. Similarly, tin present in +2 state and +4 state. As a result, what is the proper balancing of the that particular element? After that, it show iron show 3 and 2 has a valency. Tin shows 2 and 4 has a valency. So particular valency of an element. So valency is the basic periodicity properties. It is also not explained. That is one of the drawbacks. Next comes diagonal relationship and also horizontal relationship is not explained by this periodic table. So here we observe that lithium is the element present in the first A. After that, in case of the first B, you find lithium, beryllium, and then magnesium also. So in the next to lithium, it is sodium. Here, first element is beryllium. So here we observe that 1A, 1B. Okay, these are the two elements one can observe. First group and second group we can say. So this shows a diagonal relationship. That means properties of lithium almost similar to that of magnesium. So first member of a one group and second member of a next group. That shows similar property, but that is not explained by the Dauber-Meier periodic table. That is some drawback one can find. So later, this is not used, and next version of Dauber-Meier next version of this Mendeleev's periodic table is introduced, and that is to be discussed nowadays. Let us see the modern periodic table. In the Mendeleev's periodic table, he arranged all the elements with respect to increasing order of their atomic mass, and he says that all the physical and chemical properties of elements with respect to the atomic mass only, and the elements arranged with respect to increasing atomic mass, and we find some drawbacks. But those drawbacks are clarified, or it is completely controlled, or you can say completely it is answered by, or drawbacks are it is answered by the modern periodic table. It is a new attempt, and also it is somewhat different than the earlier approach. What kind of difference observed? Earlier approach based on the atomic weight value or atomic mass value, but this mainly depends on atomic number value, most important. Atomic number, total number of electrons present in an atom. Remember, none of the two atoms having same atomic number. So based on the atomic number that arranged. So where the property or a periodic law itself is changed. Mendeleev introduced one periodic law, but it says all the physical and chemical properties with respect to atomic mass. But he changed as an atomic number. So Moseley is introduced the modern periodic law, and he says that all the physical and chemical properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic number. And modern periodic table, it's a purely experimental based periodic table. It is not any theoretical based, experimental based. So there is some experiment is conducted over those elements. So what experiment? So frequency, we can say X-rays pass over that element with respect to different atomic number, and frequency of that X-rays measured, and square root of frequency versus atomic number plot is given. For every different atomic number, different frequency of X-rays observed. Atomic number different for different element. Okay, and whatever those elements present in a straight line path, so those elements show similar properties. So the conclusion here is given. So they plot a graph, and whatever the elements with respect to atomic number and frequency, straight line path observed, and those elements show similar property. Here not only one straight line, there are different straight lines are there. So whatever the elements are present in that straight line or a straight line path, and all those elements shows the same periodicity, or you can say same physical and chemical property. Here it is observed that alkali metal, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, all those show same one straight line, all those elements present in that. Similarly, beryllium, boron, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, aluminum metal, that will go gives another straight line. All those elements present in those straight line. So based on the experiment with respect to square root of frequency and atomic number, and that plot tells about the position of the element with respect to the period as well as group. And in this periodic table, or a modern periodic table, same almost all properties or points from the Mendeleev is considered. So totally 7 period and 18 groups are there. Here A, B concept is not there. Only in Mendeleev where we find subdivision A, B. Here totally 18 groups, and periods are period number 1 to period number 7, whereas groups are group 1 to group 18. Here 0 is not there. The 0 is now it is removed and changed as 18. For nobody gets. And group number 1 elements are alkali metal, group number 2 elements are alkaline earth metal, and these alkali and alkyl metal. Group 1, group 2 together part is a S block. And then group 3 to group 12 comes under D block and F block element, transition and inner transition element. And then group 13 to group 18, 13 boron family, 14 carbon family, nitrogen, 15 nitrogen family, nitrogen and onward elements, oxygen family 16, 17 halogen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine comes under this category, and group 18 nothing but noble gas. Group number 13 to group number 18 is P block element. So here it is observed that periodic table, it is divided into 4 blocks. So depending on the last electron, in case of an orbital, which orbital it occupies. So while writing electronic configuration, you can find if the last electron entered to the S orbital, then it is S block element. If it is entered to the P orbital, P block element. The last electron entered to the D orbital, D block element. If it is entered to the F orbital, F block element. So based on that, 4 blocks are there in the modern periodic table. S, P, D and F block element. First group, second group comes under S block. 13 to 18 comes under P block. 3 to 12 comes under F block. And then 3 to 12 for D block. And group 3 only for F block element. So like that in terms of a block where it is divided. Let us say in case of a period, totally 7 periods are there, number 1 to number 7. First period has only 2 elements and that comes under very short period. Second and third period having totally 8 elements. Second period 8 as well as third period 8 elements, that is short period. And period number 4 has 18 elements, period number 5 also 18 elements, that is long period elements. And number 6, totally 32 elements are there, that is very long period. And also 7th period, totally we have 19 elements, that is considered as an incomplete period. That means still few elements are discovered, their properties, everything that should be studied. And if extra elements are it is introduced, then it will go to the 7th period. So far we have 19 elements. So 2, 8, 18, 32. These are the different elements. Of course, 19 elements one can find in the 7th period. Like that in terms of a block and in terms of a period and in terms of a here mainly based on the atomic number as well as the electronic configuration, their position, and also experiment with respect to frequency of X-ray as well as atomic number, straight line path. If you find for those elements, then those elements show same physical as well as chemical property. So this is a new approach based on the atomic number values.